Will be incomplete. Damian Williams, the man he was looking for. And it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's going to look deep for Watkins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Mahomes picked by his ex-teammate Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 14-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Brown, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play, and who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. Decisions and how quick releases have the most success in this league.
Steps away, shakes off the sack. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Well, that wasn't a completion, but it wasn't a sack either. So the good takeaway, able to extend the life of the play. Normally you would think he'd just take off and run downfield, but he was trying to find an open receiver, unable to do so.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Steps away to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And out across midfield down to the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On the counter, Ingram. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it. I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Yeah, able to elude one tackler, but only gets this back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
On second down now, it's Ingram. And he's got some space here. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That goes for a gain of 31.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Dance, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019. Into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind, you're thinking Lamar Jackson got in the end zone a bunch more. That might be what he does in 2020.
His kick is good.
Tucker with the extra point. That time a 9-play drive. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have... some options on second and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
The tackle made at the 30.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and
1 quarter down. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter. Plenty of scoring here already. We're back to Baltimore after this. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. Mahomes, a good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
8 yards.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line.
Matthew Judon in there to take him down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get up. And get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive... first half to get that lead. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Mahomes now to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Jihad Ward, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't...
have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
20-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
42-yard line.
Jackson throwing on first down. Forced out to his left. The quick feet by Jackson. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin there to make the grab as the Ravens push further out in front. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Tucker now to add the point after. So that'll back him up 5. They'll try it again now after the 5-yard walk-off. And he takes off with it. It's a fake.
That type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs.
It's an ancient relic, faking it. I got to understand. You want to rub it in a little, you fake it when he's...
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Number 26 is...
Call it a gain of a... with a 2nd and just 3.
Brings up
Yeah,
second
but I got
down.
that interception, and then they still got the ball back.
They'll run it with Williams. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
6. He's tackled at the 34-yard line. On 2 yards.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. They fake the give. Now Mahomes gets this one to Hill. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
He's going to take off with it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
The quarterback taken down and sacked.
So we reach halftime, and well, that came a little abruptly here. Still working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. And we can get to the third quarter now. The Super Bowl champs trailing here, but they will get the ball first to begin quarter number 3. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. A chance for us to look at this Baltimore defense again. They don't want to change anything. They've got 0 points against them here, so I would imagine the halftime speech was do more of the same, right?
I think you're right, and it's where defensive coordinators have to walk that line of preparing for the adjustments you expect to come, but not taking away the aggressiveness you've already shown. And they played so well, I think that's the speech. You nailed it. Just go out and do what you've been doing, and we'll adjust if we see anything different later.
To this point, they've been spectacular. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created...
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
A loss of a yard. It's 2nd down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes being chased out left. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And Robinson with a big catch. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47.
An 8-yard pickup.
It goes as a gain. Of 8, and it moves the chains. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
The 39-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Get ready! Get ready! Oh! We got to do our job, man!
Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Now here's Mahomes. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Mahomes to the former Rams, Sammy Watkins for the Kansas City first. Mahomes going to throw. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Mahomes picked by his ex-teammate Marcus Peters. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
They'll take over
first possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. Jackson on 1st and 10. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown.
So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his 2nd touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talent.
And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you,
What was
maybe
that?
they saw something on film. Do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brings up 2nd.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and the Chiefs are going to get a fresh set of downs. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
Let's go.
Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 47. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Tucker now for the extra point. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward is just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
9-yard line.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers.
What'd you say? Shit, going crazy in this shit. It's still downloading. So I just was playing this and shit until I get the hang of it.
So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 40.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
When I tell you 2K getting fucking me over.
Now it's Mahomes again. And they're going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves to James.
So that was 6.
Mahomes to throw once more. They'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
7-yard.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And again, it's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
This offense sure does. But listen, they can't even knock each other out.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. It's complete to his tight end, Seals
They can't knock
Jones.
each other out.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The completion good for 3 and it's 2nd down. Time for a break. This one, all without the shouting. We'll finish it after this.
It is free, but
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
Smooth right here.
This will be caught at about
What's
the
the name of
6.
it?
He'll be brought out here at the 3-yard line.
Complete to Travis.
7
I just had
yards
to
on
stick.
the
I just
pickup
had to
there.
get that
Now
off.
they've got
You
it first and
He had to get it off his chest. Yeah.
I ain't talking no
Under
shit.
pressure,
I had
down
to
he
talk some shit.
goes.
But next bit
Sacked
too.
at the 10.
Slowly get in.
Jihad Ward able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
We've been in this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced down with a 3rd and goal situation. Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And that is caught.
I mean, that's the
They're going to
shit you
see
talking
this one to
about.
the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Didn't quite forget too late, but no zero.
Probably ordered that shit offline, bro. What you talking about? I didn't order none of that shit, bro. I'm not buying no candy at all. You know that. You know I'm not buying no candy. I'm gonna show y'all my shit. I'm gonna show y'all the shit that I get.
With a Kansas City touchdown.
Bro, I choose like see you shopping for energy.
Returning it, Justice Hill.
Hey, you hard, man. Why you ain't telling you the shift on here, like, when you shift motherfuckers?
What you say?
The crossovers on here is crazy.
Back out onto the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well.
I said the
crossovers
on here is crazy.
That feels because every team has a goal at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Steps away to his left, and now he's going to use his legs. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the tuck and run. Man, Lamar Jackson, and we all know it, but he is just so elusive with the football.
I don't care how many times you go through tackling drills at practice and how many different situations you put guys in practice. It's not the same as trying to get Lamar Jackson on the ground. He forced 42 missed tackles last year. That's twice as many as any other quarterback in the NFL. To your point, very difficult to get him down.
27-yard line.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. He's going to take off with it. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they...
For real, y'all niggas gonna be arguing back and forth.
I mean, fuck you, bro. Fuck the neutral green bars, nigga.
Fuck the bars?
Eat neutral. They whole greens, nigga. Oh my god.
Hey, Frost, fuck the bars, though. Bro, I know, it's just the way you said it, though. Hey. What made you just get on and say that? That's stupid.
Just add to their totals.
Now, this is something we saw often during his MVP season of 2019. He's going to set up to throw. Doesn't like anything he sees downfield.
I ain't hear what you said.
Off and goes. So even though you know it's coming, the trick is still finding a way to tackle him in the open field. Not many people are going to get Lamar Jackson down when he has space.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.